Boyfriend was a boy group that originally debuted in 2011 and is credited for hits such as Janice, my personal favorite, Witch, Obsession, and Bounce. They were reported to be disbanded according to All K-pop back in 2019. However, they were recently debuted again under the name BF with the label Crossface Entertainment. So, let's talk about it. Starship Entertainment was founded by a couple, which is so cute to me. Their names are Kim Shide, who was the previous road manager for the group Cool, as well as an employee of Big Hit Entertainment, and Seo Hyun-ju, a former JYP employee. They founded the company in 2008 and signed an ex Big Hit artist as their own by the name of K Will, who, if you don't know him, I highly suggest you check out his music because he has amazing vocals, and in my opinion he was pretty successful in Korea. Now, their first girl group was the legendary Sistar, and their first boy group that they ever created was no other than Boyfriend. Young Men, Kwangmin, Jungmin, Minwoo, Hyunsung, and Donghyun made up the group Boyfriend. Now, Boyfriend was a huge deal at the time of their debut with their music video for the single titled Boyfriend, because they were the first K-pop group to ever have a set of twins as members of the group. Now, the world is forever fascinated with twins, I feel. I mean, I get it because I have a younger set of siblings that are twins in my family, so I know firsthand just how much fun twins can be. So to have like two identical looking people in one group, I feel that really helped to make Boyfriend a sure frenzy on the K-pop scene back in the day. I mean, it really gave them an edge that no other group had at the time, which was brilliant marketing in my opinion. I actually remember the exact day they debuted and the buzz leading up to it. Back then, labels used to release like teasers of upcoming groups and their members to hype the public up, which I think is like again a good marketing tactic, and many companies still use this method as a way of introducing new groups to the world even today, which is cool. But Boyfriend went on to release 3 albums, 8 EPs, and 24 singles during their time under Starship Entertainment, as well as being managed under a Japanese agency. Boyfriend was nominated for 4 awards throughout their career and won 8 of them overall. 4 of the members even auditioned for the show The Unit, with only the leader and lead vocalist Dong Hyun making the cut. I haven't seen this particular show, but if you have, please let me know your thoughts on it. I have a love hate relationship with talent shows because for me, judging talent is just so objective, and I almost always never agree with whoever ends up winning these types of shows, which is just heart wrenching and emotionally taxing to say the least. Now, Dong Hyung apparently made it to the last episode before being eliminated, which shows just how good he was. Like, he must have done really exceptionally well to make it that far. Seriously, that man can sing his butt off, so I am not surprised. Now, why did Boyfriend disband in the first place? Well, SK Pop reports that during their time of disbandment, Starship released a statement to the public, and it reads, "We sincerely thank the fans who have loved and support Boyfriend for approximately 8 years. We had serious discussions with the members of Boyfriend about future activities. After much deliberation, we have come to the agreement to officially end group activities on May 16th, 2019, with the conclusion of their contract." Sounds like this was a mutual agreement, but like most general messages that are released to the public, this left me with more follow up questions instead of giving me concrete answers. Like, why? Like, what brought this on exactly? Me just can't accept BS for an answer. So I did some more digging and I found out that fans contributed boyfriend's downfall to a lack of local promotions. So this would fall on Starship because we all know most groups don't get to control where they actually go to promote. They just get shuttled from location to location and perform their duties according to the schedule they're expected to follow or, presented with. Apparently, though, Boyfriend promoted a lot overseas, which possibly hindered their popularity growth in South Korea. They were also active during a time when mega popular groups such as SHINee and Big Bang were still promoting regularly, and then BTS and EXO were also up and coming back then as well, so competition was fierce for them. Although they won several awards and seemed pretty successful to me, I can't argue that they were a household name like many of the other groups that came before and after them. So, to commemorate the group's 7th anniversary in 2018, they released one of their last singles under the name Boyfriend called Sun Shower. Now, this is a beautiful ballad, which is something that they're known for, so I encourage you to check it out if you haven't and let me know your thoughts. After 2 years of being disbanded and working on solo projects, the guys joined each other again in the spring of 2021 to release a single called Ending Credit under their new name BF, which I believe is just a hyphenated name for boyfriend, um, which is, their previous name. Now, this song to me is the perfect transition song since it acknowledges and closes out the first 10 years of their career. Like, I can't believe it's been at this point over 10 years, which is crazy. Um, so on December 29th, BF debuts their first EP titled Adonis. The title track is also the name of the EP, which three of the members helped to write, and it is one of the five featured songs. My favorite personally is Moon Night, but the whole album is definitely worth a listen. BF sounds very mature to me and soothing in this EP. The guys have grown up, but I'm glad that they're releasing music for us today. Like, that's not something that I thought was gonna happen. I really want them to be successful this time around and continue performing for many years to come. So please support them if possible. I know how hard it is for groups to come back after such a long time and try to regain the audience's affection. So I'm hoping that they are embraced warmly and they get the accolades and the success that I feel they deserve. Like, it's really hard for a group to come back and re-debut again that have already debuted once. I mean, I know certain groups have done this successfully. um what was that group's name? There's this one group that went under a different name and then they came back as another name. I think their name is Dreamcatcher now. And before they were like something else. So they did like really good. Sorry if I'm like being confusing right now, but I'm just trying to give you an example. And then I know there's another group who wasn't as successful, is one. They debuted and then they were supposed to re-debut again, but they didn't. So now they're under a some of the members are under a new contract with Starship themselves, which is funny. So it's glad that some of them were able to shuffle around. But I just bring that up to say that some groups are just not as lucky to debut again to get like a second shot. So I'm just very glad that Boyfriend was given another chance by this new agency, which I am gonna talk about a little bit more. However, back to Adonis. If you've listened to it already, please share your thoughts with me on the EP? Like, what do you think, and what would you like to hear from BF next? I tried to search up their new agency, Crossphase Entertainment, just to get some background on who they are because I've never heard of this agency. I pretty much have heard of most of the agencies that are around, even the smaller ones, because I've been into K-pop since 2008. So I'm pretty familiar with most of where the groups come from, but this one I've never even heard of. Oddly enough, I could not find any information on this label online, which is kind of weird. I wanted to know more information, like who else have they managed in the past? Like, do they have any other groups that they've signed? And I just wanted to know more about the business, but there's nothing online about them, which I find very strange. I'd hate for an agency to get their hands on BF only to drop the ball like the previous one. So my hopes are that everything works out for the best for BF. If you know anything at all about this new agency that they're under, Phase Entertainment, like I already forgot the name, share any details with me. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I have for this video, you guys. I just wanted to update you on BF because they are a great group and I want them to have as much coverage and as much attention as possible the second time around. And yeah, I will see you guys all on the next one. Salam.